Okay, now let's look at the worksheet. Okay, so these are the topics. And then for chemical changes, I'm going to go into what you all need to know. Okay, so learning outcome. All right, so Javier, one suggestion is you can go and download this document. You find the secondary science syllabus, download it. Okay, you can actually see what you are supposed to know for each topic. All right, so these are the Sec 1. Okay, Sec 1 topics, right? So all these things you must know. And then chapter 3 here, chemical composition. And then chapter 4, the separation. Now, 5, 6, 7, 8, these are all Sec 1 topics. Then we come to what we are doing now. It's actually chemical changes. Chapter 11. What are we supposed to know for this chapter? Okay, just to let Jocelyn and Sherman see this again. Right, so you must know chemical change always lead to a new substance being formed. You must know how to write word equation at this level. Okay, then you must know that chemical reaction only involve rearrangement of atoms. Atoms are not created or destroyed. Whatever goes in must come out. Okay, so mass is conserved. There are different types of chemical changes you are learning now. Okay, so these are the examples given to you. Then you also must know chemical reaction between acid and alkali, acid and metal, acid and carbonate. Okay, then what are the effects of this kind of solution, acidic, alkaline, or neutral, on indicators? You must know about litmus as an indicator, blue to red or red to blue. You must know universal indicator. There's a color chart for you to refer to. Then also, we can make natural indicators, red cabbage or purple cabbage, you call it. All right. And there are also certain other substances, okay, like even the berries, right? They are also good indicators because they change color under different pH. Okay, you need to know these various chemical changes caused by mixing, heating, exposure to light, interacting with oxygen, using electric current like photosynthesis. Electroplating is actually an example of electrolysis, how we make use of it in our daily life. All right, so this is what you must know. Okay, you don't need to know too much about electrolysis. You will learn it in detail when you are in Sec 4 or later part of Sec 3. Okay, depends on how your school wants to teach the various topics. So Jocelyn, you are doing this. Have you learned this in school already? Jocelyn, the current topic you're on, is it this one? Interaction within environment. You finished this a while ago. So your school is moving fast. Or is it that your school did this first before chemical changes? Oh, mixed here and there. I see. Okay, understand now. Okay, understand. Yeah, I also know why it's done that way. Different schools have different practices. Now, the rest of you, like Javier and Sherman, can you type in the topic your teacher is teaching now in school? And wow. So for Jocelyn, yeah, you're all doing heat now, right? Electricity is here. Digestive system. Okay, understand. Right. We actually did heat earlier. Do you all realize or not? Jocelyn and Sherman? We did heat first, then after that, yeah. So after heat, then we started on the chemical changes. Yeah, lor. So, So I hope you go and look back at the e-learning video, look at the questions again that we've done. Okay, the worksheet you're done for heat. Now, Javier, you probably don't understand what I'm saying. Javier, they had already covered this topic, okay, a few tutorials back. So in case you don't know, okay, Javier, let's say you sign on the tutorial, right? You will have access to all the tutorials conducted before this lesson. Do you know that? You can watch the video, okay? You can look at the worksheets, etc. Okay, I have another student here. Is it Rainian?
Yes.
I pronounce your name this way, correct, huh? Okay, Rainian. Now, Rainian, would you turn on your camera? Jocelyn and Sherman do not turn on camera because their cameras are spoiled. Okay, their camera never functioned before. Okay, and it's not possible for them to get another laptop. So Rainian, now you are new today. So what is the topic that you're doing in school? You haven't heard this question earlier, so I need you to type in the topic you're doing in school now for science.
Ecosystem and chemical change.
Oh, so you also do two topics together at the same time, huh? Okay, interesting. All right. Now, chemical changes, we have already covered the slides. The teaching part is done. Okay, in the last two tutorial. All right. Right. WA2. You're having WA2 already? Rainian?
In 2 weeks' time.
In 2 weeks' time. Is that like a mid-year exam or is just a normal assessment?
Mid-year exam.
Okay. 2 weeks' time. So, all right. You must be a little bit stressed out. I understand. Okay, let's quickly go through these chemical changes. This is a summary, right? So what are chemical changes? Right, so there are two categories that we classify them into. One will be the useful one is like the not so useful one. The in fact can bring us a lot of problem. So what are the useful chemical changes? Okay, photosynthesis is one. Then our digestion, respiration, growth, reproduction, all these are very useful to us. Cooking. Yeah, and then to make important materials we need in our daily life, like detergent, like fertilizers, like medication also. Okay, so it's because of the modernization, industrialization, that's why people have medication to take when they are unwell. In the old days, very long ago, when you don't have medication, some people even die because of flu. Okay, when they caught a cold, they can actually die. But nowadays, a cold is nothing to us. We just take Panadol, some flu tablet, and we'll recover very well. Okay, so these are the useful things. You must know how to verbalize it, how to write it down in words to talk about how technology is helping us, how chemical change is useful to us. Produce raw material, extract metals and alloys, fuel combustion. Okay, fuel combustion also provide us with the electricity that we need. Right? Now, harmful, like burning combustion, because they release pollutants into the air, right? So the air pollutants lead to haze, lead to a lot of other problems also, like acid rain. Okay, and then we have rusting, which is not favorable. Okay, and then decomposition as well. So our food can spoil easily, okay, because of the chemical change that can take place. Now, what is chemical change? It involves a rearrangement of atoms in the reactants to form new products. Then we also talk about interaction Okay, when metal are mixed, okay, then with heat, with oxygen, with light, with electricity. So I go on further here, okay, when metal are mixed together, right? What are we usually referring to? Okay, these are the things that we have already learned. Okay, so when you mix acid with metal, acid with carbonates, this is what happened, right? Then acid also can be mixed with alkaline. This is a process we call neutralization, because from an acidic substance, pH less than 7, then alkaline substance, pH more than 7, when they combine together, we get a neutral solution. This is pH 7. That's why we call it neutralization. No longer acidic, no longer alkaline, right? Then for metals and carbonates, reaction with acid involves giving out a gas. Hydrogen gas, okay, is given out when acid react with metal. Carbon dioxide gas is given out when acid react with carbonates. How to know which is which gas? You see, carbonates, right? Carbonates already quite similar to carbon dioxide. So that's how I remember when I was doing this in secondary school. Testing for the various gases, you must know as well. Okay, so hydrogen, how do you test for it? You actually use a lighted spleen. You will hear a pop sound, okay, when you test the gas with a lighted spleen. Sometimes the flame goes off, sometimes it doesn't. So usually I tell students, don't write down extinguish the gas. Not all the time it goes off, okay? And then carbon dioxide, bubble the gas into lime water. You see a white precipitate form, a white substance. Don't write chalky anymore. You have to write down a white precipitate or a white substance is formed in lime water. Okay, chalky is used for primary school. Okay, so this is a quick summary. Now we go on to our slides of worksheet. Okay, give me 1 minute. Stop share first. Any questions so far? Quick summary is just an overall view of what we have covered. Jocelyn, okay? Still okay for that? You have to, yeah, okay, good. You are giving me thumbs up. Thank you. Now, it'll be useful when I ask you questions like what, or you can understand, you quickly give me a thumbs up, then I can also move on quickly. Yeah, that'll be helpful. Now, take note for Jocelyn and Sherman. Okay, because you are already the permanent students, right? You have to attend class on 17, which is 2 days later, because next Saturday is public holiday. Okay, there'll be no lesson. So for Radiant and Javier, let's say you want to sign up for the lesson, right? You must make sure you come on Monday. Okay, that means tomorrow you must do the worksheet area. So quickly think about it and decide. Want to come on board the tutorial, right? And that is going to be more helpful. What time? 7:30 we start. We end at 9. 7:30. Okay. The center is supposed to inform you. Yeah. PM. PM. In the evening. Cannot be morning, ma. You have lesson in the day. You can't make it, Jocelyn. Okay. Then you have to watch the tutorial, can? You need to watch the tutorial. Or if you log in later also can. Let's say you can't reach home on time, log in later. But there's always a recording for you to refer to. Okay? So the rest of you as well, take note. If let's say you can't come on Monday, you will have to watch the recording. Okay, but please don't come for lesson on Saturday, because Saturday nobody is having tutorial. Right, so look at these particular question. Okay, which statement does not describe dilute sodium hydroxide correctly? Take note, the question, whenever you see questions like this, highlight those important things you need to take note of, like does not. Okay, so this is not the correct thing. You're looking out for something that is wrong. Okay, we are talking about dilute sodium hydroxide. Now, they say that it is dilute. Dilute means add a lot of water. So little sodium hydroxide, a lot of water. So it's dilute.